It's your boy Conservist34, and today we're going to talk about the first night of the Dave Matthews Band 2019 European Tour out of Munich, Germany. I want to give you some thoughts about how I feel, and I also want to defend people who critique the set. So they start off today, this Wednesday, March 6, 2019, with the show in Munich. And this show has a couple key notes. You have a Dream Girl Liberation, the first Dream Girl since 3/30/17. That was by Dave and Tim, and then the first full band one since May of 2016. We also have Mercy Comes Back. It does, and it's the first time it's been played by the full band since July 29, 2016. There, so that's a little bit of time between the 16 and 19. The set overall, to me, in my opinion, is very cookie cutter, very generic, very predictable. And by that I mean there's a lot of songs that are played at more festival-like, or the night before. At times, it was like these special shows they play at the Final Four, the Super Bowl, or at the Orange Bowl, where they try to cater to a fan base that doesn't know them as much. But the sets for fans like me, not all diehard fans, some fans will listen to Dave play the phone book. It's just not, it's very generic. By that I mean Don't Drink the Water, 7, Crash Into Me, You and Me. These are songs that are overplayed, in my opinion, and for a lot of fans, they are overplayed. And then you have, Satellite, Minarets. Okay, Minarets is cool, especially in the middle of a high energy set, but when you're not getting anything special every day. Again, it's a good song. I mean, the message is great, but it's all right. And this is the same thing that I felt Boston had last fall. It was a set that didn't have that game breaker or two that is a make or break with a DMB set. I don't know how it sounded, and I'm sure it sounded amazing. I don't know how things were, the environment at that venue, but I'm sure, again, people enjoyed themselves. But as someone who is a fan that's been to some shows since 2012, it's just a set that, if this was played over in the States, I'd be disappointed walking away from the show. And very rarely am I disappointed. I would say about 5 to 10% of the time, there's things I can say that, this set just wasn't all that. 90% of the time, I will be happy with the show I get. So I'm overly positive about the band. I'm in the middle of the complainers and the people who say DMB can play the phone book and we don't care. Now, for this being in Europe, I think that a show like this gives fans, casual fans, fans that don't know the band, it gives them a little bit of energy. Buddy Strong being on Stand Up and being on Bayou. That's going to be an entertaining event if you've never seen a DMB show. I think Don't Drink the Water is an epic intro for people who have never heard the band before, or maybe have only heard them a couple times. And, the message of Mercy is a great message. I don't think it was written that well. That's just my opinion. And I don't think that the extended jam is that good. But I think that for European fans, casual fans there in Europe, and even the fans that traveled, a lot of the fans who may have traveled, they just love DMB no matter what. And some fans who probably traveled and thought I went through customs and had a passport just to hear this set, and maybe they're a little disappointed. And they have the right to be disappointed if that's their opinion. But I really think that this set is very cookie cutter, as I say, something that's played very similar to Miami Beach. You have You and Me, you have Don't Drink the Water, you have a lot of 7, and to me, why are we here? Why do we have a set like this? I think that as the band's developed a lot of a catalog post Leroy, there's a lot of songs that to me are just meh live. Even with being there, even if I'm in the pit, if I'm really close, I have a nice view, it's just meh. They're very talented. It's a really great song, but as you get involved into a band, as you get more obsessed with the band, some fans like me just say, you know what? It just doesn't do it for me like the first time I heard it. So some of these songs are Do You Remember? From Come Tomorrow. Really great track, okay? I love the little breakdown. I can't sing, I'm sorry. But I like that, but it's just, It's background music to me. Seven, again, another song that's just background music. Unique time signature, energy for the casual fan doesn't do it for me. Don't Drink the Water in 2019, very generic, too much Tim. I love the slower acoustic-y feeling versions or any versions with Bella. And Stand Up, that's high energy. I'll let Stand Up slide, but I mean, a lot of fans don't like that. Crashing, to me, an amazing song, beautifully written song. It's played too much now, in my opinion. I just, when I go to a live show, I'd rather not hear it, but it's a beautiful song. And if you're there with someone special, it's even more beautiful. Can't Stop. Some fans are going, some of the fans just don't like this song. I still like it. I like the grooves and the funk and the soul of it. It's better than the Sevens. It's better than the Do You Remembers because it's got that little bounce. I'm doing that wrong too. But still, Sledgehammer, amazing. I love Sledgehammer performed by D&B. I love Sledgehammer performed by Peter Gabriel. Peter Gabriel live in Athens is one of my favorite live albums ever. Love Sledgehammer. Here on Out, beautiful song. 41, I can listen to it for a long time, nonstop. Some fans, some hardcore fans, if they think it's played too much, I can listen to 41 no matter what. But That Girl Is You, going down the set list, pass. I just, it's not, without Preservation Hall Jazz Band, where you have a bunch of those instruments going nuts, to me, it's skippable. I will say, when I went to Mohegan, I did appreciate some of the effects there more than the other times I'd heard it. But Louisiana Bayou, great with Buddy, but so I'll let that one slide, but I think it's not like, oh, I'm chasing Bayou. Mercy, do not like it live. I love the message. I think the writing is just mediocre. To me, certain people will be touched by it, and I'm someone who, I believe in the message of mercy. This world is in troubled times, and we need to just look out for each other, care for each other, and show mercy to people. People are so stubborn. They're so angry, and no one's willing to show mercy to other people. They love to just, oh, look at that. I'm a Democrat, I'm a Republican, I'm going to point out the wrong in the other party. Like, I hate that. Okay? There's people keeping records of right and wrong. I don't like that. So Mercy, great message. Nah. Satellite, love it with Dave and Tim. Love Dave solo. Don't like it full band. You can't hear Dave. That's another song that's just, generic. And that's what, when you hear Satellite, it's a buzz set killer live. Dream Girl, it's a liberation. I wouldn't mind hearing it once. And I know that some people love this song, they're chasing it. So this is controversial because some people are like, I hate Dream Girl. I despise it. And that's just some people, that's what it is, what it is. I wouldn't mind hearing it once. I don't know after once how I'd feel. And then, let's see. What else is there? Yeah, Minarets. I like it. It depends on the vibe of the show to me. I've heard it sometimes like, oh, that's dope. Other times it's like, oh, it's cool. You Might Die Trying. The outro is amazing, but it's another song. The first part of it, I really don't care for. But the outro is amazing. PNP to Rapunzel, again, a great set. I love that song. It's one of the best recorded tracks ever for the studio version of it. I love PNP and Rapunzel when it's a good joint, but when they have these cookie cutter sets and that's the set, usually it closes out the show or it closes out the set. I mean, I just, but it's a beautiful song, okay? You and Me, pass. I feel like they mostly went with their standard seller. Yeah, Patrick. I think that's what itches fans like me is. It's just, but again, I can understand in Europe why they would want to do that. So I'm not knocking the band for playing this set. I'm just saying, looking at the set, this is how I feel. You and Me, nah. Ants Marching is amazing. And if it's it's a song I love with the new DMB without Boyd. That I love it. But I just think that what's frustrating is, again, in the context of this being a European tour, this is a set that maybe is going to help the European fans, the casual fans, get into it. But as a diehard fan, it would not be worth me flying to Germany, even if I had the money. Well, I don't because I'm saving for the Gorge. Why did Stefan? Oh, so Stefan did ask the European fans what they want to hear. Well, John, to be fair, when you don't get a band that much, if that's what they want to, if the European fans, these were in the DMs for fans, then they deserve this because the European fans have to wait. I just think for traveling, for me, I would not want to hear this set in Germany. And John said he has buyer remorse already. And this is, I don't think you can base the summer tour off of this. But if the summer tour is this, that's I would be concerned. Again, I love this band. I'm trying to appreciate everything they do. I've defended this band in the winter, defended the band last summer too, with even sets that had certain stuff that were in rotation. But it's the songs that are in rotation that get to me. Now, what I want to defend now, you can love this set. I'm not saying you have to hate it. But what I don't like about what people do is certain fans either think it has to be rainbows and butterflies and compromise, and that's Maroon 5 lyrics, or you can't just be any critical look at a set. Oh, you're hating, you're mad, stop complaining, stop whining. No. Now, there's times where people do whine, like, oh, I got Christmas song back-to-back shows. Yo, relax, it's Christmas song. I mean, they hardly play that. Oh, I got a bunch of You Never Knows. Bro, it's You Never Know. But what frustrates me is there's a lot of polarization with the fan base. There's people that just critique everything. And then, which is, whatever. They critique everything. But why isn't D&B be like Fish? Well, they've never been Fish. They've never played out this whole songbook. But, or the set, or their catalog. But the people that are like, oh, you can't critique D&B. If you don't like it, then leave this forum, leave this D&B family group. No. Nobody is saying that. That's like, to me, going up, your son has a bad semester in middle school or high school. And you say, you know what? I'm abandoning you. Get me out of your house. I'm getting you out of my house. And you can never come back to my house again. You're going away forever because you had one bad semester in school. No, you say, look, this is what I think, son, or this is what I think, daughter, and this is how you can improve. Now, at the end of the day, as long as you're bringing your grades up, I don't care. But this is how I think you should live your life. This is how the attitude you should have towards other people. Like it's now that's probably not the best analogy, but the point is you criticize your own family, right? You have critiques of your friends. Sometimes they change stuff, other times they don't. But at the end of the day, you will go to battle for your friend. Same thing with D&B. I don't agree with every set. 90% of them, I don't mind, even if there's stuff I don't like in it. But this is part of the 10% where I'm like, if this was played and I flew out somewhere, I'd be a little disappointed. That's just me. I don't have much time. I have to get off in a second. But I really want to just make a case that people that are criticizing this set have rightfully showed different things. This set was very predictable. It falls into the habits the band has done for different shows like Miami Beach. And fans were just hoping for a little bit more pizzazz. All it takes is one or two songs. And as much as I don't like Mercy, as much as I don't like You and Me, when they're played in a set, like I heard Mercy in 2013, June 8th, 2013, there was a 15-minute Mercy. It was brutal. But that same show, I got Spoon, Best of What's Around, and Stanley Jordan popped into a bunch of stuff, I think. Yeah, that show. So, like, it was an amazing show. Oh, and we got Two-Step. We got Two-Step that show. Like, it was just like amazing front to back, and Mercy's thrown in there. I don't mind that. Here on, like, You and Me is thrown in the shows, like Mohegan Sun. I don't mind that. It was an amazing show. Let them play You and Me. I don't care. And it was actually really good. It sounded better than normal. And that was probably because of the sound was just better overall on that show. Whatever they did, whatever the board was amazing. But this is the same feeling I had for when my friend went to Boston. My friend Pete, who got me into D&B, he's the reason I'm here today because he pushed me to my first show in 2012. I was a casual fan before that, really, but from the mid-2000s on. But like he was disappointed just because it was just like it was okay, like it was alright, and that's really what it is. It's just it's a snowball effect of a bunch of songs that are it's okay, and there's no one big. All we need is one or two big moments. A stone to start off this show instead of Don't Drink the Water, like a Break Free or something. Just one or two songs that just turn this whole thing around, and then everything else just to me that's just how I feel. But the band is amazing. I look forward to hearing from them. I'm sure Buddy was killing the keys. I'm sure the band was all in sync. And maybe this was just a warm-up show to get them ready. Maybe they keep playing these sets. It's up to them. It's their choice. It is what it is. I'm just saying a set like this in the United States, not having it. And for people who say, oh, you got to be appreciative of what you want, be appreciative for what you got, then why does everyone go to Alpine, SPAC, in the Gorge? Yeah, they're beautiful, but they also go because their sets are freaking amazing. Why do people go to Mexico? If you went to Mexico, you got some killer sets. Spoon was played. Brandy Carlisle pulls up. Warren Haynes pulls up. That's why you go to this show. Like, it's people just act like the set list doesn't matter at all. Yes, it does. Because if you go to MSG, if you go to Dave and Tim in Mexico, if you go to any major venue, you're going for the entertainment factor that is above the average set. And this is in the lower 10%, in my opinion, of how you would rank set lists. So it's at the bottom 10%, at the bottom of the barrel. But again, I'm not saying it didn't sound amazing. I'm glad the boys are touring. I'm glad they're doing what they want to do and they play how they feel. That's all I got. I have to head out, but it's your boy ConcertViz34. Peace.